Nürburgring is the scene of the final round of the 2018 Blancpain Sprint Cup. Weather set fair for a weekend. It's super tight at the top of the Champions Racing. Ferrari crew of Pitty Bakti and Carlo Van Dam, they've led the Pro-Am honours all season. With only 3.5 points advantage over the chasing fans. Pitty Bakti, it's exciting. Stirring of the pot, and it's two crews left at the top, and also with a problem yesterday for Pitty Bakti being knocked out to watch car after car improving their lap times while he was at the side of the circuit with a damaged car. The team did a really good job to get the car ready for race one yesterday. Now we're looking there at the car that has led the Pro-Am Championship for drivers all season long until they were knocked out of the race yesterday. Carlo Van Dam will see the end of the season for the Santalok racing team. Down to row number 3. Yes, row number 3, and a Pro-Am class, well, it was class more than normally given away there by Thierry Tassin. Just a little bit of a problem. So getting ready for the formation lap, which will be in 15 seconds. Driver who also get this from the 7th row.
Any particular bearing on the outcome of the race, but what will be important is Raffaele Marciello to get the advantage. That will be how this will play out.
But I tell you what, John, my eyes, the lights go green on the number 2 Audi. It's tucked in behind Lucas Stoltz. You can hardly see it. The blue Mercedes starting from pole positions already, just falling behind, just half a body length ahead. No, better on the braking. Lucas Stoltz is going to take the lead into the first corner or keep the lead going around the outside, but hopefully not too far off the circuit is Raffaele Marciello. Has he been passed yet? Number 2 Audi got pushed a little bit wide there, and Christopher Haas flagged in the background. 3rd place, Christopher Haas. 4th place, really good start.
And that might seem a relatively straightforward task, but the difficulty here at Nürburgring is, as ever, is finding a way around the car that you're following, and you get too close, then you get losing.
Been 3 and 4 where it all went wrong.
I don't think Raffaele Marciello is going to get to sustain that advantage 1.5 seconds when they came across the...
To do a job is Adam Christodoulou. Wait for Dries Van Tor. Matters not. It means he's going to be heading for a good helping. So it's really very... Well, it's actually come down a bit because Raffaele Marciello just set the fastest up in the race, but it's a second, then another 2 seconds back. Christopher Haas. Adam Christodoulou in a straight, and you take the points according to your class position. But really, it's the turn on form. It certainly would. And to take victory this afternoon, because you need number 1 Audi, it's just a question of how many.
Effectively, you would almost imagine, I'm not going to say it was the case behind the wheel, what they are going to be concerned about is the pit stop that the number 1 car, the number 1 Audi will make, and Christopher Mies and Alex Riberos.
Around, and Christopher Mies was 9th, people from other classes. So it's the points only for that puts them level on 93.5. But if Marciello can get into the lead of the race, or his teammate Michael Meadows, they get 16.5 from 12.
Yeah, then
not winner on the day. That was the 333 Ferrari, but taking 3rd, that was all they needed to do. Has come to an end. There are the points. 134.5 points. It looks so that's in the Pro-Am Cup. That's Marcus Winkelhock and Neil Stevenart. Pitty Bakti and Carlo Van Dam led the all championship, but being knocked out of yesterday's race really cost them. They came home 2nd in class today, but that wasn't enough to claw. There was 4th or nothing for that crew, and there you see, in fact, 2 laps down listed at the end for Albert Costa. It's a good thing, bearing in mind they had a gearbox problem and started several laps behind everybody else. Eventually getting to the finish 6 laps down. That's why the fight went all the way to the finish. And for the mechanics, for the fastest pit stop, well, they're wearing the colours of... And 3rd in Pro-Am for Santalok Racing. Carlo Van Dam looks dejected, couldn't do anything about it today. 2nd was all they could manage, but even if they'd won the Pro-Am class today here at the Nürburgring, it would... Assetto Corsa Competizione, the fantastic game based on the Blancpain GT series that was launched this weekend. Unbelievable graphics. Take a look at their website, take a look at what is coming through the Steam mechanism, being released in stages, but it really is unbelievably realistic. So for David Perel's AM Cup champion last year, now another trophy for his cabinet. And the checks the teams like so much, so for Santalok Racing, that's 2 checks for them today, totaling €15,000. And the big check is going to come out to the drivers on the top step of the podium. But trophies up for the photographers. They're eyeing the champagne bottles at their feet. They know what to do with those. I've never seen drivers leave the podium so quickly, trying to keep their champagne in its bottles. Apart from Marcus Finkelhock, he's such an old-fashioned sort of guy. It's there, we spray it.
Yeah, last year I'm new to all of the tracks, so my confidence is not that high. But this year is repeating of all the tracks. I have a lot more confidence. Well, the highlight of our team, I think this year we did not miss any podium, and I think in terms of my pace, I did a lot better than last year. So just continue doing the good job.